Dude, I'm a cheap ass, dude. I'm cheap as fuck. I'm Nick Halkias. I'm a sales dude for Nike SB. Let's see. Zero, Kendall, Soy. This is funny. This one I bought from Mike McGill's mom. McGill had a skate park in Oldsmar. His parents had a shop up in Newport Richey. And she's a hustler, man. And she used to hustle the shit out of me. Everything always had a story. I never knew if somebody walked in and like sold her this, because when you work at a skate shop, people walk in all the time with some old board. Hey, can you put some new trucks on it? Could you re-drill it? But I go there one day, she's like, I got something for you. I got this out of Mike's closet. And it's gripped. It was put together at one time, never skated. If it was really McGill's or not, I have no idea. It's Mickey Elba, Santa Cruz. A couple different versions of the board. I don't know if this one is the earlier one or not. It'd be kind of sick. There's a Barker Barrett shop board I want to find. This is the good stuff right here. These are my favorite. Thebo Real Deluxe, man. These are my favorite. This next to Powell stuff in Santa Cruz, I mean, this is you see this tattoo on people often. Really impactful graphic when it came out, man. Just the Hanging Klansman from Thebo. This really, this just reminds me of Thebo with the Public Enemy beanie on, and just that whole time, man. That really unique time where like hip hop and punk was really kind of almost one in the same. It was all just a very anti-authoritarian vibe, and I don't know if this was really like the part 2 of the series, but kind of same message, man. Guy throwing a monkey wrench in the system, the cops and the KKK. I don't know if it was just because we lived in Florida or what, but this really stood out and impacted us a ton. When this came out, man, living in Florida at the time, the shit's real. Skinheads in the 80s and 90s was real, and if you were a guy skating this board or wearing this shirt, dude, you were really trying to send a message, but this is one of those boards, the minute I saw it, I don't think I ever even saw one in the shop. I just saw people skating it, and years later, I got it through a trade from a guy out west, and this is definitely one of my favorite graphics. Just really, really impactful graphic. Here's a rare one. Another East Coast legend, Ken Sigafus. I think he's doing tattoos now, signed by him, a mini. I have no idea where I got this from. For a while, I was really trying to focus on East Coast riders, especially kind of people that get forgotten. Oh, this one. This is a great one, man. So when we were growing up, in the early 80s, when I was in high school, I met 2 brothers, Mike and George Dare. And they were from Edison, New Jersey, and they grew up in Mike Valley. And in the mid 80s, late 80s, the Brones Brigade, when I started skating, like I didn't even know if Lance Mountain and Tony Hawk were real people. They were like cartoon characters or something. The first few months that you're getting into skateboarding, you're trying to figure everything out. Well, George said he knew Mike Valley, and at the time Mike Valley was just blowing up, and Mike V came down to visit them. And I remember I was that kid in school that like had all the Powell shit, like trying to figure it out and be cool, and George and Mike invited me over to their house, and I met Mike V, and shortly thereafter, George went out west with Mike, and he ended up staying with Mark Gonzalez right that week or that month that he quit Vision to start Blind. One of the stories that George told me, and this was like your buddy leaving home and joining the circus. Like, this was just amazing that George could even go out west and be around this world of skateboarding. And I know he fucked with me a lot. I know he would make up stories. And one story he told me was that they were in Hollywood. He was with Mark, and Mark saw Madonna and Sean Penn at a coffee shop. And he was, apparently Mark always has these obsessions. He was obsessed with Madonna. So he went up and kind of like grabbed Madonna's hand. Fuck. Sorry. I was actually on a roll there too.
That was good.
I was loose. I'm loosening up. I could shorten it up a little bit too.
All right, here's the short version.
Yeah, here's the short version. And they saw Madonna and Sean Penn drinking coffee at a coffee shop. So Gons runs up and I think he said he grabbed Madonna's hand and tried to kiss it, and he was talking to Sean Penn, asking him if he skated, and Sean was a little aggro, just like aggravated. And George was like, you know, he asked Sean if he skated, because Sean had some, you know, thing with Venice or something. And I never knew if my friends were fucking with me, because I was that guy, like I lived for those stories. Years later on eBay, I find this, and it's got this Madonna lyric, Get in the Groove, and Sean don't skate, I know I asked him. And I fucking just tripped out, because it kind of validated the story. I think I even asked George, and George couldn't remember whether he made up the story or not, but I think he didn't, and I think it was a reality. It's definitely a prototype. It's got Team Gons on it. I think the guys at the factory always put like Team Nolder, Team Gons when they tried out a new shape. It's got the kind of typical Gons flowers and weird face. Not the greatest graphic, but just pretty amazing. This is one of those things where when it showed up, I was like, oh dude, I'm meant to have this one. Really weird. Yeah. That's a good story. I hope it came out decent. Here's that Barker Barrett, man. Another really influenced all of us here on the East Coast, man. Rad dude, little King Diamond logo on the shirt. I think this is one of the rare shut boards. It's a big guy.